I'm Willem Jan van Dijk, originally from Holland. Was born there, grew up in the countryside and came to Ireland when I was maybe around 20. I had been to Ireland on holidays many times, really liked fishing, did a lot of it in Holland as well, and came over here really with the dream to be a charter boat skipper, taking people fishing. I really always liked, the rush of, catching something. There's a kick in it when you do good. There's disappointment as well when you don't do good. But it's being in nature, see the sun come up, the birds start to fly around. Sometimes you see dolphins and whales at sea. I feel, being out on the water, feel close to God, close to creation, close to God really, yeah. I worked for a guy in Kinsale for 4 years, bringing a lot of people out, a lot of Dutch people. And at this point in my life I had forgotten about church. I grew up with the Bible in a traditional church, but I didn't really go with it. So I was living the wild life, going out fishing, drinking in the evenings. Really enjoyed, but after a few years bought a boat, bought a house here where I'm living now. And started to get kind of lonely. I was living by myself here, and I started to think, I said, why am I doing all this work for? What am I doing it for? So I got pretty lonely, particularly in wintertime sometimes. And my sister in Holland got very sick. She got 2 types of arthritis. Medication was not working for her for a long time, all different kinds of stuff. And she started to look to God for healing. And she was going to meetings where people were praying for her, and I told her plain out that, I said, you're crazy, stay away from it. She went to one place, people prayed for her. Her pain was gone for 3 months or more. Won't go too far into her story because that's hers. But I saw a video of this at Christmas in Holland, and she thought it never did anything to me, but it really touched me. Really, really touched me very deep. And I came back to Ireland, and I had still a Bible from school here. And she had sent me some stuff over the previous months, and I started reading. And I had quite a bit of time off. The weather was bad, we weren't fishing much. So one morning I was sitting just at the kitchen table, and I can't remember what little book it was, but there was some prayer in it, and I knew something had changed in my life. I went through this, and something had drastically changed. Between that summer and maybe autumn, I got to talk to people and went to a church in Cork. Within a year I met my wife there. She came from Lithuania. She already had 2 daughters from a previous marriage, so it was not that straightforward, but we really both felt that God was in this and that He wanted us to be together. So I think we dated for 5 months and were married within a year, and that drastically changed my life. There's a huge purpose in my life now to live for God and to work for God, to provide for my family and my children, and we're obviously, a broken family that came together. We have two more small children now, a 3rd one on the way. As a Christian, life is not necessarily easier, but I would not know how to live if I had not God's peace in my heart. Even in the challenges now, sometimes financially, sometimes it's still maybe difficult running a small business, but you have God's peace. You know that if I look back, He's always looked after us, and I believe He will always look after us. So there's a lot to thank God for, yeah, a lot.